The auto sector has weathered the storm of the first year of the pandemic in 2020 with just under 390,000 units sold. Projections point to 410,000 units being sold by the end of 2021. It's not been plain sailing as the local sector has faced global challenges, like the shortage of semiconductors.
And that's had a huge impact as well on manufacturers at different levels. So that certainly has put some challenges in front of the industry that we've had to navigate our way through. But I think off the back of strong GDP recovery, and that is really a spillover or pent-up demand from 2020, we've seen good industry growth coming through in the South African auto industry.
The growth hasn't happened in isolation. The auto sector has been nurtured over several decades with government incentives and pro-growth policies, which have led to hundreds of millions of dollars of investments from auto manufacturers.
The policy stability, the policy coherence has translated into those investments, and those investments are bringing important contributions to production, to employment, to fiscal reflux, and to export performance from those entities.
Expectations for 2022 are a little muted, with a 1.8% growth rate expected for the South African economy. And this will impact the auto sector, analysts say.
We still anticipate that we're going to see growth above that in the auto sector. And I think, that's also driven a lot by new vehicle activity. And I think if you look across all of the members of NAAMSA, in spite of all the economic challenges that we've seen taking place, the investment in new models, both imported and domestically produced, has been, remarkable.
With local demand a little muted in 2022, attention is turned to the African Continental Free Trade Area. The original equipment manufacturers have had detailed discussions with the African Union.
Very good progress has been made around what the auto sector on the continent could actually look like. Very detailed and engaging discussions happening in terms of what does it look like from originating content, how do we unlock opportunities for goods and services to flow freely across the African continent, and in particular, how do we structure a African auto sector that won't necessarily see production in every single country, but there will be components manufactured in one country, moving to another country, but creating and spreading the economic positive impact of an auto sector in Africa.
The auto sector incentive policy has long been held as a shining light, but one wonders why it hasn't been emulated in other industry sectors.